Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's October 9th, 2024. Looking at some beautiful fall color yesterday in the Pioneers with some passing clouds that were building up in the afternoon. Didn't amount to thunderstorms, but sure looked like it had the potential. And if you're still liking this broadcast, you have to do a one-time donation or even better, a sustaining membership to keep this alive. Looking at the next couple days, we have increasing clouds today as a weak, dry cold front comes through the area. Feels like just rinse and repeat with these dry cold fronts not bringing any moisture. It will have an uptick in the winds from the southwest, gusts up to 35 miles per hour, and will be in the mid 70s today, about 15 degrees above normal. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy with a very light chance of rain. Looks like mostly going to be virga, but we'll look at that in a second. As that dry cold front turns into a stationary front and stalls out a little bit, but really the lower atmosphere is so dry, we're not really going to pick up any moisture with this. And then a ridge develops again for the long-term forecast. Looking around this morning at morning temperatures, we are in the mid to upper 40s in the Wood River Valley, just below freezing in the Stanley Valley. And here's looking at the water vapor map. You can see that moisture heading up towards us here. This is the mid-level water vapor. So the lower atmosphere is really dry. There's plenty of moisture in the upper atmosphere. It's just if it's going to make its way all the way down to us. So we'll mostly be impacted by wind today. I wanted just to show there is going to be a red flag warning for areas in Custer, for basically going to be the salmon area for low relative humidity, like down to 14, and then winds above 20. So it's like going to be pushing gusts to 35 up there. So there's a red flag warning in effect for that area. Looking at the NAM forecast, because that's our best chance of picking up any moisture out of this. And that's going to be coming with tomorrow. You can see there'll be some sections of, it'll be really cloudy tomorrow, but they're not really going to be producing much for moisture. This is our best chance tomorrow at 3 p.m.-ish, and the Sawtooth might get a little blip of rain, but really not much coming out of this one. And looking at our smoke forecast, really not going to see too much smoke. It's going to be southwest flow. You can see the goat fire really picking up this afternoon. Anticipated to pick up with those winds coming out of the southwest. So we might have some haze in the Wood River Valley and Sawtooth Valley, but not really much in forms of smoke. Air quality this morning is looking good. Green in Ketchum, yellow up in Stanley. And that's just barely into yellow. All right, looking at the 500 millibar chart for big picture here. Our cold front just came through, and now we're looking at this low for this weekend, but we have this upper level ridge above us that's going to keep that low from really progressing towards us and just kind of knock it down and have it be pretty dry. And then you can see a very elongated ridge here overhead, and that's going to last pretty much until Thursday, when we have a chance of this big elongated trough that is going to potentially give us some weather. So this is kind of looking pretty far out into the future forecast, but that is being signaled here for the 16th to the 22nd. This first time in a really long time that we're above average for precip in the forecast, long-term forecast. So we'll see what happens. Right now, the NAM's not saying that we're going to get anything, or sorry, the MBM models is not saying we're going to get anything, but I'm hopeful that we can squeeze out some moisture as models hopefully align and come together in the next couple of days.